Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 21st of June 2022. So the longest day today already. Wow, where's this year gone? So yesterday the US markets were closed, but they managed to gain steadily overnight. The Dow is back above the 30,000 level, as you can see there, and also European equities edged higher as US stocks index also advanced, while the DXY was lackluster in holiday thin conditions and with mid-strength in the euro amid a flurry of ECB rhetoric by the criminal Lagarde. European stocks, US futures, cryptos all rise with US out on holiday. News today. Just existing home sales for the US, that's at 3 p.m. And then, as we say, as we get into tomorrow, we've got CPI from the UK. That's the main event for me for this week. And again, showing an increase, and also Powell out tomorrow as well. So you should see the volatility return today going forward, I would have thought, and then Powell out on Thursday as well. And other news, the dollar, very quiet yesterday, like I say, because obviously the US bank holiday yesterday. Crude oil also down yesterday, but back up overnight. You can see there, it's just widen that out a bit. That's the August Brent. And let's just have a look. We're up $1 overnight there on crude oil. Gold-silver ratio stuck in a sideways range as well. You can see the volatility's dropped off, very tiny bars there as well. So having a look at the Dow for yesterday, moving up quite nicely at the moment. We're over the 30,000. We're back to 30,000. I think that's 302, somewhere around there. We'll have a look in more detail in just a moment. You can see we're above the 5-bar moving average as well. So in the 30-minute chart, now we've got a clearer picture. Yeah, we're at 30,300. I can actually see that now. Yesterday's session, you can see the market just moving up without any resistance overnight, sideways initially, and then early hours, you can see the markets moved above yesterday's high, which is why it's closed above the 5-bar moving average there, which you can see on the chart. In the German DAX, again, all markets were fairly quiet yesterday, and you can see the DAX also closing back above the 5-bar moving average, closing back above the 13,000 level as well. Barely any volume yesterday though, as you can see, but we are oversold and have been for a few days, so expecting a bit of a bounce here. So from this high down to this low, I'm just going to click twice on the high of this bar, and we can see that yesterday we got through the 38 and we're over the line of the 50 fib as well on the overnight market at the moment. In the 30-minute charts, yesterday we saw that gap overnight, and then yesterday morning we saw the market moving higher in the futures, bit of a pullback with demand, and then we saw the market close back above the DP, move higher, got the retracement in, and then it was just a one-way move all day because the US was closed, so there was no major selling around. Overnight, prices continue to move up as well, with the market closing above yesterday's high as well at the moment. So at the moment we're up at 13,323, so 300 points above the psychological level that the market struggled with on Friday. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, we had a bit of a sell-off to kick things off in the morning. The futures market rallied as you'd expect. We then get the retracement in there with the momentum dropping off. Market sells off back to the DP level. We then see a cluster of buying and demand coming into the market. We then get the retracement back 62%, and then the market moving to the upside there, and then back mid-morning, and then we got into sideways moves with small retracements, waiting for the US. And then when the US came online, which is here, You can see that there was a bit of supply coming into the market. This was absorbed at the BRN, which is the 13,200 level, this red line, and then the market just continuing to move higher. There was about 20 minutes where the market traded sideways, but once it became oversold in the sideways, the market then once again resuming to the upside. So overnight, you can see prices gapped slightly lower on the ETX platform there. You can see that, but that's all been filled, and the market currently sideways. Meanwhile, in the S&P, this also same price action as the Dow, moving back up after being oversold. Nice cluster of volume there as well, but barely anything yesterday because of the holidays. In the 30-minute chart, again, a one-way bet. Market just moving higher, having been oversold overnight on Sunday night, and then just moving to the upside. Also having taken out yesterday's high and also the 200 MA in the 30-minute chart at the moment as well. Tiny bars overnight, just going to be dependent on what happens as the marketplace catch up as the US markets go back to normal today. The star of yesterday is the FTSE. This moved up very nicely yesterday from its oversold conditions, with the buying coming into the market the day before. We've also got divergence back above the 5-bar moving average, and like the German DAX, from this high to this low, the market currently at the 50% fib retracement there through the 38s. So again, moving quite nicely, bouncing, maybe waiting to see what Powell's got to say yesterday, but these are the upside targets you want to be aware of. In the 30-minute FTSE, again, you can see overnight that we had the demand, we were oversold, and then we found our way back to the Friday close, and then we kicked off, and it just never looked back. Every 30-minute bar there was green all the way up until we got towards the end of the session at 3:30. That's 3:30 there, and then we got a bit of a move back and then down towards the overnight, small gap, and then the market has continued to move up overnight as well. So let's just have a look, see how many points the FTSE moved yesterday. Like I say, a really good move in the 30-minute chart. This is from the kickoff to that 3:30 finish, and you can see there 148 points in the FTSE yesterday. A really nice move, and say it was green all the way for this particular market. Meanwhile, in the currencies, the yen moving up again yesterday, a nice 100-point plus move in the 30-minute chart. We'll look at that in just a moment, but you can see that prices are making their way back up. So from here to here, you'll see we're through 62 in the daily chart. We've got the 78 and the 89 just above this. In the 30-minute chart, again, we've got that nice pullback there, kicking the market to the DP level yesterday. And then once it got moving, we saw the market move up 100 points before it pulled back again with profit taking, and has continued on the overnight, struggling a bit at the moment with yesterday's highs. The market is coming back down to this level at the moment. In the pound, also again, we've seen this moving quite nicely. We're at 62.78 is where the market traded to. At the moment, market really quiet, tiny bars there, but again, say the US closed yesterday, so stuck a bit in a sideways move there. Choppy yesterday as well in the 30-minute chart, which you can see there as the market didn't have much activity coming from the trading of the US dollar. And finally, in the metals, bit of weakness coming back into the silver market. No surprise there for me. From here up to here, these are the fib levels for the downside. Currently at 38% there. Again, watch the 89 if we get a bit of a sell-off in this market. That's going to be dependent on dollar strength. And in the 30-minute chart yesterday, really quiet because obviously US markets closed, and you can see there they've just slammed the price of silver. So if they're doing that at this time, then expect that to continue, as you've just seen there when I've released the screen capture. So again, pressure already on. Watch the low, watch the 1 o'clock fix. It's likely to head down to this level and keep the market heading back towards that $21 level that we've spoken of. Like for me, I still keep saying that $20 is still my target to buy back into this market. Weekly chart sideways, and the monthly chart still sitting on the 50 EMA at the moment. Meanwhile, in the gold markets, also showing weakness back below the 200 MA, and so just like silver, I would expect this to be pushed to the downside to the $1,800 level once more and retested. And the 30-minute chart, you can see they've just hammered gold down as well, along with silver. So again, downside pressure there. Waiting for Powell tomorrow, I suspect, to see what he's got to say as well. But for me, the downside is not over in silver, and expecting this to still head down to that $20 level to shake out the week long. So we've got 20.44 at this low, and when it does happen, and I say when it does happen, is you'll see it happen very quickly, like it did in March of 2020. When we went into the global shutdown and lockdown. Okay, that's it for today. Only existing home sales to look out for, but the market's back above 30,000 for the Dow and 13,000 for the DAX. That's it for this one. Enjoy your longest day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.